in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cube-bone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, let the sound system.
It's week 11 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Davis Mills. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners in 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards, and the game's over.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 4-5, a game under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. Well, let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'll be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 19-yard line. Our first down throw for Mills. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Mills finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. Room here to run. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Lawrence. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 33. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. Looking in zone for Jones. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. But to throw again is Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he can make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 31, Mills. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Cox. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Mills now from the 50. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Out to his left. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
ETN up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 14-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mills. this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, Mills. And Cooks has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down. Mills. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mills. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Complete to Jones. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. They'll run with ETN.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jags are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mills now.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Mills to the air again.
He gets it to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mills on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mills to throw it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the JAGS offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan from 3 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. To throw again is Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are back within a score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out comes Houston. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Give to Pierce now on the option. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 98 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Pierce. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Pierce. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and goal, Mills. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Jordan. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will add to their fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That is taken in by Hurst. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Now Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on second and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the play fake, Mills. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 10. 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 8. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Lawrence. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17. I think you and I were a little surprised in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe we're